It's the winter of our discontent here in Waynesboro. Our discontent? The city is doing a horrible job of keeping up with the streets in the snow and ice. I don't disagree. In general, I don't think this city government is being run very well right now. But I will say on this issue, I'll give them a little bit of slack. One, the economy's still what it is. Even with 6% GDP growth in the national economy in the last quarter, jury's still out. Got to keep things close to the vest. Second thing, just the Byzantine way Virginia does things government-wise. People complain about how you drive to the county line and you see how things are nicely taken care of in the county. It's because Virginia Department of Transportation takes care of the county. That's not county government pushing those bulldozers out there. Cities in Virginia are left to fend for themselves. And so city governments have to provide better police services and snow removal services in this case. And their budgets are going to be strained, and even in good times, you'd have a pretty tough time this winter keeping up with the expense. Times aren't as good. So city government revenues are what they are, and the city's managing the best it can. Now, I can say, I live downtown. I'm actually just on the same block even as City Hall. They've been doing a decent job downtown. I know in the outlying neighborhoods in different parts of the city, issues are still there. Even downtown, there are big snowbanks on sidewalks that are inhibiting business and pedestrian access in general. A lot of people who live downtown and the tree streets are having difficulty getting around just from walking access, much less the streets and all the hills here that we have. Serious issues, no question. I think what we got to consider here is, though, that in Waynesboro, last couple of election cycles, people have decided that running government as pretty much close to the dime as you can is the way to go. This is the government that we're paying for. We're trying to run it on the cheap. We're getting it on the cheap. I'm not saying I'm for tax increases or anything like that. We're not even pushing our economy to grow here locally so that we can maybe realize some revenues there. We have a lot we can do in tourism and industrial development with all the job losses we've suffered recently. We got to replace those jobs. We're replacing them with retail. This to me is a bigger issue than just the streets, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. So it's up to us to make some changes there. It's up to us to make some changes on the city council that can get the city moving in the right direction. Or we can complain. I am long since tired of just complaining. It's time to take some action. If it's shoddy snow removal to get you moving, more power to you. But this is our government. It's our city. It's time we act that way. That's my rant. I'm Chris Graham.